spin the helm and let the crossbar of the mast swing around and hit him.
Yeah, I think knowing what the herb looks like, Dorian will spend some of the time on the edge of the ship, just seeing if he spots anything like that along the shore, or because at which point he might just like teleport over and grab some, or maybe during the night he'll look. If he doesn't
make a perception check. Oh, one other thing you would find in your book is that Wolfbane is also known as monkshood.
And then I would just quickly address that as Dorian was leaving.
18.
Actually, sorry, it should be a survival check, I think, for looking for plants. If that changes anything.
You just lost expertise.
I know, right? It's 2 less, so it would be... No, wait, sorry. 15.
15. Well, if it helps, you wouldn't have spotted any in either case.
Okay. That's fine. This was like a shot in the dark, literally.
Yeah, does the herbalism book say anything about like where it might be? Like, is it near creeks or rivers, or is it in deep bush type stuff?
There's a lot of different types that grow in a lot of different places. It's very common in more mountainous regions, but not necessarily exclusive to high altitudes. They grow a lot of places. From what you could also tell from the herbalism book is they are literally entirely poisonous. Every single part of the plant is poisonous. And the alchemical decoction made from it is probably just to counteract that aspect.
Yummy.
It's like, yeah, I mean, if you just ate pure wolfsbane to try to cure your lycanthropy, well, it would cure your lycanthropy because you can't transform when you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. I'll be trained in every tool skill, so I'll deal with it.
Deal with dying by poison?
Yes.
I would rather die than become a wolf monster.
But you know, well, hey, you don't need wolfsbane just to cure lycanthropy. You can just poison someone with it.
True, you could just make a wolfsbane poison to shoot at people.
In my herbology book, does it say anything about making like how to like neutralize the poisonous aspect for it, for terms of like potions and stuff?
No.
Okay, so it's just like the beginner's guide to herbology.
Yeah, it's an herbalism book, not a
potion making book.
Yeah, not an alchemy book. Yeah.
Perfect.
Aylor's Big Book of Herbology for Dummies.
Yep.
Nah, the cover just says in big letters, herbs, herbs, herbs.
By A. Plumbus.
So, yeah, you learn a little bit about herbs and about a particular herb that may be of use to you in the coming days.
At some point, also probably, I guess, in the first night, I'd like to sit down with Gareth and I guess probe them about how they feel about what happened in the arena. That's the first time that I've actively looked for violence.
They feel, when you probe them about the arena, despite your own trepidations about it, you feel closer to satisfaction. Gareth is generally more along the lines of good, but is at its very heart a warrior above all else. and has no problem with the idea of death as a manifestation of justice. As in, he got what he deserved, and Gareth is fine with it.
Okie dokie.
Maybe not necessarily what you were hoping to hear, but there it is.
Oh, yeah. I guess after that would be the question of, like, and me losing? This isn't the first time.
Mild admonition. Not a, like, you're the worst kind of thing, but just a, like, do better.
Damn! Yeah. Oh, yes. And I think that'd be a little mumble of, like, if I shot him first, I would have been fine.
If I kind of asked Stormheart how he felt about the whole revenge deal.
Make an insight check. You have not communicated with Stormheart quite as much.
Yeah. Ooh, nat 20, 21.
You get the impression as you mentally communicate with Stormheart, you get some impressions of memories, bringing back to the moments of the fight, and the impression that Stormheart was perhaps more opposed to seeking revenge originally, and then specifically memories of when it was revealed that he was a slaver, and all of Stormheart's doubt on the subject going out the window.
Like, alright, fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Stormheart's whole thing is justice, is destroying evil. And
Perfect.
in that moment, he proved himself to be evil as any monster. Monsters do not have to be inhuman.
Well, we have that in common. And would I notice Keenan struggling with what happened at all, or?
Make an insight check.
There's no cabins. There's a downstairs, I guess.
There's four cabins.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 10.
Exactly. I think probably not with a 10, right?
I was gonna say, do you want me to roll a deception or something?
Yeah,
I may not be hiding it well. Like,
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if you're not hiding it, you can just say, like.
oh, well, I'm probably trying to, but I did get Keenan rolls. So even with my +7, that's a 9. I rolled a 2.
Oh shit.
Okay, so yeah, you do notice.
I just needed to roll a 3 or higher.
At some point, I'd probably just go tell Keenan, like, if it makes you feel any better, as honorable as Stormheart is, like, they didn't like that guy either. They're happy he's dead. More or less.
Probably look up, having just had my, like, commune, and, to be fair, I don't know Stormheart as you do, so it doesn't really mean as much, but your opinion does. So I guess if you feel the same way, or... Look, I'm not struggling with the fact he was a bad person, and I came to that conclusion maybe a bit later than the rest of you, but I think it's the first time that I had sought violence not out of the defense of someone else or myself. It's not that I killed him, like...
Well,
I'll be fine.
No one's
Just...
perfect.
Oh, don't I know it. Yeah. You want to spar on the... Get some of this out, being stuck on the boat, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing with all these knots and ropes, but,
I'll just start showing him a bunch of knots.
I'm like, God damn it, I just wanted to fight a little.
Just wanted to fight a little. Well, you need to. What you want is to fight a little, and what you need is to learn how to sail.
God damn it. Yeah, that's all I've got for me, Trip.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm just gonna study my book.
Book.
Yeah.
Which one?
You can
Oh,
learn more about herbs.
The more herb, yeah, the herb book.
Okay. You study your herb book. It's about herbs. I don't really have anything else to add on that particular subject.
Is the author Herb?
No. No, and also fuck you. No.
No.
Alright.
Oh, can I'll refill up the spell ring too during the days, so I'll get
I mean,
the usual.
my plan
every
was to have Astra cast Speak with Dead on the werewolf dude, which is another reason why I grabbed his body, but since Astra's not here, I don't assume we could do.
There's no reason you couldn't. I mean, Astra can change spells the next day, and I'm in control of their character now. Mwahahaha.
Oh. Well then, yeah, that would have been what I would have liked to have done.
Let's see, what spell do I want them to not prepare to trade for Speak with Dead?
Revivify.
Revivify.
Of course.
1 second. Yeah, Speak with Dead is a thing that can happen. Yeah, it will have to wait till the next day because they wouldn't have had it prepared.
Right.
Just one moment. So I realized I fucked things up a couple minutes ago, and I'm trying to fix it. My apologies.
That's good.
Because you should be looking at a different map than the one you're looking at right now. Except it was having problems, but now it's working.
But boat.
I just need to get your tokens over to it. Yeah, I just want. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Just
Sure, blame roll 20.
I'll
Yeah.
blame whoever the fuck I want.
Goddamn, Gareth.
Yeah, Gareth.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now I'm guessing not, but do they have these things on them? Because if one of them has a fire.
They do. No, these were made by me.
Nice.
Yes, it has a section in the back of the hold that has been the walls and floor have been covered in brick, so it doesn't ignite the boat,
Oh yeah.
which was a common trick for older boats. You know, before we made them out of metal.
And is it my eyes, or is the other one got a raised section, or is that just a wall?
They will other what?
The front boat. Is that like
These
a
are all-
wall there, or is this?
No, that's a wall. This is one boat. This is just your boat.
Ah, so it's just top and bottom.
This is the bottom deck, and this is the hold.
Ah. Oh, so this is Ortiz's boat. Hell yeah.
No, this is your boat.
Ah.
This is the one that you guys claimed.
I'm getting it now.
I could have gone into more detail, but I decided not to because I figure you guys might want to rearrange things, so I'll
Yeah, no, that's
go
cool.
over it again then afterwards.
Or we might.
So
just
yes,
back
you
it.
can see. there are 4 small. They're literally just like 10 by 10 rooms, but just 4 small bedrooms on the lower floor, as well as a room with a reinforced door. Presumably, if they had anything valuable, it would be kept in there. But otherwise, it seems it's more like a study kind of area.
Oh, that's my
And
spot.
then just a hold in the bottom. Although since it wasn't actually shipping anything, there's no cargo. The only real cargo is that there's a little bit of like food supplies and stuff in the kitchen area. And the fire pit, I just put fire there so you know it's a fire pit. Don't assume it's lit at the moment. It's not just burning away.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Morag is swimming by the boat.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, why is she in the water?
So where
totally.
do you want to ask your questions?
Probably, I would assume in either on top deck, I would guess. Actually, no, in the hold. I think if we found there was a hold, we would have probably just threw his dead body in, I guess, one of these cages.
Oh, they're not. Those are shelves. They're like like racks.
Oh,
As I
then
said, they're empty currently.
Yeah, then I guess on the top deck then.
I'm guessing at this point, 1 long rest.
Yes.
Okay.
This would be happening the next day since Astra would need to change their spells.
Yep.
Cool guys, cool guys.
And Opticon, this is different. It regains proficiency bonus, which is 3.
So who all are you bringing around for the questioning?
Keenan for sure. And anybody else that wants to tag along. Oh, yes, I rolled a 6 for my magic missiles.
Freya will conveniently be somewhere else.
Are we
She's
parked or are we
exploring.
doing this en route?
Presumably this is en route.
Okay.
So actually, we'll say, yeah, we'll say for argument, I mean, it's being done on the deck, so probably everybody would be on hand because other than Astra and Gareth, everybody else would probably be, sailing.
And I would advise Keenan to change his appearance.
I mean, I guess that said, if you're already underway, there's probably not that much for you to do. In terms of
We could
sailing,
just wait. We could just do it at night.
Yeah,
when
just
we're all on the
just
side.
steering.
Yeah, I'm just saying, even if you do it during the day, once you've got like the sail up and you've got the steering, unless something happens, there's not that much that needs to be actively done. You just need somebody to be like keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
And Isla
If you do it
and
near the
Freya,
home, we're good.
Isla and Freya conveniently volunteer to go keep an eye out.
Good.
How about that?
So you drag it to the back of the.
Yeah.
So back here then
Yeah.
for the questioning. So Morag can hear everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make sure that he faces away from the rest of the crew, and so he's just looking out into the water. I'll change my face into like one of the armored guys that we saw. I don't know, like fucking one of them, and I could pose that we had brought him back, but we needed directions. He seemed to be in charge. Where to go? Maybe we could try and find out where he was getting his orders from.
That's what I was thinking. Who sent him? Why he was after you?
Well, I don't know if anyone sent him. I remember what they were saying, do what you want, kill what you want, never surrender, yada yada. I think he might have just had it out for me, but I don't think this was an order necessarily. Might have been.
It's
Regardless,
worth.
we can maybe find out who's up the chain.
It's,
Maybe we can see if there are any hideouts where we're going. How to find them.
Yeah. Maybe find out any other names or accomplices within the cult.
Any suggestions, Morag?
Not that I can think of.
Cool.
Let's discover names of leaders, any hideouts where we're going to find, perhaps something about any future plans, whether they're going to do something similar that happened with
We I'll
So Astra will be behind him because I think Astra has to touch the body to cast the spell.
right. I'll tuck the sword behind like my.
Oh no, never mind. Range of 10
as
feet.
well. True.
She casts the spell. You see. Small vestige, a stiff, mocking memory of life into the cadaver. I'm gonna Make a deception check.
Come on, we'll roll another 2. That's not much better. 12.
Sheraan.
Fucking shit. I'm gonna look back at everyone and just be like, who should we report to in Sheraan?
Make another deception.
Alright, not rolling that one again. Come on, just higher than a 10. Or at least a 10, that'd be nice. That's... fuck me. Isn't that one? For 8?
Bruh.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Shit. Well, you think they'll kill us all, so you might as well tell us where to go.
They'll find you, shapeshifter. They're the hunters. You're the prey.
I'm gonna just stand up and I'll change back to myself and
I mean,
walk-
he was literally only going to realize that you were the changeling on a nat 1.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And then I'm gonna walk behind him and just say, I mean, you guys can try, fuck it. I'm not gonna get anything out of him. And I'm gonna just, walk over to the edge and lean on the rail. God damn it.
I'm just gonna look at Durion and just kind of like, you kind of nudge my head into the body's direction.
Hold please for just 1 second, actually. I want to check something.
I hate that, like, shapeshifters, they took away their advantage. It's fucking bullshit.
That's what I was double checking. I was like, don't they have
matter.
advantage on this?
They did,
Like,
and
no,
then when it became legacy, when they made it legacy content, they lost it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, continue. That's literally what I was checking, because I was like, wait,
Yeah.
do you have advantage on this?
It's the whole reason I picked it, and then after I picked it, they made it fucking legacy. And I was like, you son of a bitch.
Durion's gonna say, are there any hideouts within or around the town of Sheraan?
Yes.
How many questions was that?
3?
3. Keenan did a pressing kind of clarifying attempt, but I don't think it qualified as another
Yeah,
question.
It wasn't a question.
So that would be 3.
What distinguishing markings or markers could we look for to find them?
Find a house with a red roof. It's a brothel where they can teach you to fuck yourself.
Hey, if we don't ask him all 5 questions, what happens to him?
He stays like this for 10 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn it.
we can't just walk away and he'll forever.
It's not like the movie.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, somebody get me an anchor. I'll be right back.
No, speak with that only lasts for 10 minutes.
And technically, this isn't like the actual person; it's just like a fragments of their memory.
Echo, so it's not like
Yeah.
he's going to keep this memory of us asking questions. Is it like he's resetting his memory and now he's just being confrontational, or?
No, he remembers like this encounter, but if you were to use if you were to wait 10 days and use the spell on him again, he would not remember this encounter.
Yeah, or if we brought him back, he wouldn't remember this. Yeah, so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I feel like he's not going to answer any more questions. There's going to be.
Make an insight check for me.
I'll give that insight.
That 24 for Durian.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
I would say you noticed that he seemed more willing to answer questions with vague answers than he was with specific ones. You know, are there? Yes. Are there hideouts? Yes. Where should we go? Sheraan. You know. But like, tell me specific markings and things like that.
Yeah, I think it's
He's gonna be a dick.
He's gonna be a dick. He's loyal to his group. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
Does the marking you bear stand out within the town of Sheraan?
God, I'm not sure I fully understood that question.
So the brand and tattoo we've been seeing on them, that's the marking of their cult, right?
Yeah.
So, Durian's question is, would this marking be noticeable in Sheraan? In other words, instead of like, are there markings or are there like banners or things that says this, maybe in more of like a thieves can't kind of sense, it's
like the houses marked in Skyrim. Is there a mark on
yeah,
the end of the...
if we look for this symbol, would we find it?
Yes. And no.
Can I kick him off now?
You see him collapse.
Probably not, but did it?
No, his hands
Damn it!
He got keeled hauled. Well, he was brazen, brusque, and straight.
Oh, I can play the arrogant cunt all we like. He's not going to be hard to copy in that matter. The difference is going to be his name is going to be a problem, or any passcodes or anything. So maybe we scope out the place first, and then I can try that later after we've learned some more.
Let's, as you say, let's keep the head. Perhaps we can try this another time.
I just start picking up the body and like put the neck and head over the edge, and I'll cut the head off so it doesn't bleed all over the boat, and just dump the body.
I'm just gonna go ahead and have Astra prepare gentle repose for tomorrow.
Yeah, this way we can ask personalized questions instead of specific things about the organization. The more information you know about your target, the easier for you to blend in.
Yeah. Yeah, well, then I'll kind of look at Astra and with like the raise of the eyebrows and that heads up. I'll toss the head.
Astra, I suppose, will hold on to the head.
But for now, let's rest up and continue on to Sheraan so we can...
Yeah, well, it does seem like we're heading towards dealing with this cult presence in Sheraan before we head to the Bloodforge. So, sorry, Durian, Gareth, and Lewin, but the academic route might be delayed for a moment.
No, it's fine.
Peace.
What?
We're on a different boat. Like, also, I can't say when we'll...
General vibe.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's brooding. It's how attractive people pout.
What is that? What is that from? That sounds
I
familiar.
can't remember. I'm thinking of the same thing, and I can't remember the name. I can't even picture the person that said it.
I'm just googling it now because it's trying to see if I can find it. Like, I don't see it at a glance, so I'm not going to get too deep into it. That just definitely sounds familiar. Either way, so you sail onward towards Sheraan. Does anybody have any other?
You did say we can't work on anything, correct? Dang it. Nah. Oh, I was gonna work on that flail thing since there is a time limit to that. I mean, it's just an extra dimensional plane. It's not like it stops time. Ugh. That's not... The pink wasn't too terribly bad. Oh, the purple... Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, the purple was too dark.
I think it's because it's a brighter color against like a darker.
Yeah. All right, I'll change them over to yellow if that works. Does this work okay for you? Person who has a problem reading it? Is this helping or am I wasting my time?
It's fine. I'll zoom in and scroll around.
No, but is the yellow better? It's a yes or no question.
I mean, they're kind of the same for me.
Okay, fair enough. And I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Things like the fucking red. At least it fits the fucking vibe, right?
Yeah.
Now I can't read it, DM. No.
I was really just giving you shit. I wasn't asking you to change anything.
What if...
Make it invisible. We don't know what any of these things are called.
That pop's pretty good.
Okay, that one. Cool. I'm gonna recolor some things, but you guys can take a look around town.
Yeah. So big walled town. At least it's not like any of the swamp fucking towns that we went to.
Right.
It actually looks decent.
First off, should we see about selling the third ship or boat thing?
I mean,
Oh, don't worry about that. I will handle it. If there's anything I have learned from my association with your group, it is that you do not know how to haggle.
If there's anything that I've learned through our association, you like to put your thumb on the scale, as it were.
No. Well, yes, clearly, but I still take offense at the accusation, regardless of its veracity.
just make sure you get a good price.
I'm just gonna kind of squint, give him the stink eye.
Use
He is
all
just-
your cunning wiles, Captain.
He is just going to, like, straight up grin at you when you give him the stink eye.
I just smile at him. Then I step off the boat.
There you go, some fucking readable text. Because apparently that's a requirement.
I can't
let's
read
go
this
with
one
it.
down here. What's this one here? I'm just
Fuck yourself.
Alright, so should we start with going through the market and make our way towards the Muddler's Pit? What's the Muddler's Pit?
The Mutter's Pit.
Oh, Mudders. Well,
Man,
that's
if only we could.
writing
If o-
that has to be a-
I was gonna say, if only we could read it.
No, that is my half a brain not functioning as it should.
I was
Can
gonna say I
I-
hate all of you, but just Gareth.
Before we step off, can I get like a? We don't have like pens and shit. Is there any way I can like draw on myself?
Oh,
Like
Gareth's,
a fake
Gareth's got
tattoo?
Gareth's got a pen. I got an ink
Can't your
pen.
like shape-shifting ability just change?
Yeah, well, could I do that? Can I just like give myself a tattoo?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, cool.
Why we can't
At
see
any
it? It's on
point-
your lower back.
Yeah. Probably, I guess, like, just, where the sleeve would end on my shirt. I want to have, like, I guess, like, the bottom third of that symbol, or, like, the whole symbol there, but so that the bottom third pokes out the bottom of the, like, sleeve. Just so that if anyone saw it, they would, like, recognize it, I guess.
Trying to put some bait out there. I gotcha.
Yeah. That's all, and then make our way through.
So where are you heading?
To the market.
I mean,
Sky
I was
Market?
gonna say if we don't have anywhere particular to check out, I'd like to go look for a weapon shop.
I assume that would be in the
Oh.
bazaar.
Yes, right out of the docks, you see an open air market. Definitely looks like the kind of place where shops come and go regularly. Looks like a lot of goods that probably just came fresh off the docks and were taken right out to this market to be sold around here. There's a couple of large carts around, as you can see some merchants that look like they're making deals for more bulk orders of things to be either used in town or shipped by land from here to other places in the Family Woods. And others that are smaller shops look like they're just trying to unload individual things.
I'm looking.
You could.
Is there like somebody that's like selling flowers or anything?
There's people selling all kinds of things, and no, not flowers.
Okay, I was specifically looking for like the Wolfsbanes or whatever.
That'd be like
Herbs.
Herbalist.
Well, I figured maybe somebody's like got flowers and other stuff, and
Why?
you know,
Why would somebody have a flower shop?
An
and have a
herbalist.
super poison plant.
well, maybe they would. I could figure out how to
Every
properly
person
handle
is
it.
it.
Is a thing. It's more or less just knowledge instead of just outright buying.
Yeah, but any florist is going to know that that's a crazy poisonous plant, and as such should be better handled by an herbalist.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
An apothecary would help.
Either way, you don't see anything like that around here. The Earth Market across the way is where you would find more local goods.
Yeah, once we like kind of get into the market, I'm just gonna like kind of slip to the back of the group, and then tap Morag on the shoulder and just be like, I'm gonna see if I can do some people work, and I'm gonna just, when no one's looking, give a quick shape change into just someone, but I'll keep that mark where it is. Just
Okay.
like a bit of a stockier bloke, maybe a bit shorter. And...
I'm gonna go find a snack for your little buddy.
Little buddy.
Oh,
His sword.
oh,
Trying to be
no,
covert.
you-
About it.
Because Morag's loaded.
Okay.
you-
Above board, did not understand what you meant.
I also did not.
it took
I'm
me a
like,
second.
I'm like,
I was
it's a
like,
severed head. Like, how's it gonna eat? It doesn't have lips.
Okay, so I would have said that and like kind of pointed to his scabbard.
No, Morag, you already have done. You needn't do again. I can do that myself once I gain the
Well,
funds.
I mean, I kind of put a sizable bet down on that fight, so might as well spread it to the group.
Or you can find something nice for yourself. It's your
Oh,
money.
I'm good. Maybe if there's something cool.
Just don't rush into it, but if you do, thank you. But I do not expect it. And that's when I'll change me like, I'm gonna go see if I can find some maybe of the rough and tumble folk and maybe show this off a bit and see what I get. And I'm
See
just
what,
gonna...
Keenan,
It
or,
might be better to stick together at first, and then once we know the lay of the land, then separate.
Oh, I'm not gonna go far. I want to keep within eyeshot of the group. I'm just trying to like mingle with people throughout the market. Really, I'm not going through the city or anything.
I'm gonna go with Morag.
Yeah, so does anybody have anything else they want to look for in the market other than Morag looking for weapons?
I'm following Morag.
I understood that, yes.
I'd just like to clarify that I am following Morag. No.
Gareth suddenly dies. It's a brain aneurysm. It can strike at any time.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And
I thought
while he's
too
young.
hard.
My friend is on the ground.
Oh no,
Gareth
imagine
dies.
that, guys. Gareth's dead again.
Gareth dies, his body falls into the river, and some strange magic happens where all of you forget he ever existed.
So for the sky
Wow.
market, is that external imports, like things that?
Yes, things that have just come off the docks.
Okay. I think Sheraan will ask around, seeing like if there's any news from Arvita, and just how the trade's been. Just trying to figure out like what is the current situation about town amongst the sailors, and then is there any trouble either way on the river?
One of them. Make a persuasion check, and Morag or Gareth, one of you make an investigation with advantage. Probably Gareth.
I probably.
Yeah, I have a +0, so.
Well, that wasn't an at one, so 15.
That's a 24 for me.
Okay. Morgan Gareth, you do find a weapons dealer. Looks like similar to things you've seen recently, Kinnestein style weapons. More curved, or not always curved, but often single-edged blades. Some fairly heavy, like Zweihan. They're like almost like cleaver, like greatsword, things like that. Looks like things that have come down the river from the east. Durian, though, the merchant that you talked to, looks like somebody just selling. Looks like just like food, like not locally grown. Just like a grain merchant. Kind of leans forward. He's a dwarf, a little on the portly side. Trade from Arvita.
Yes.
All trade from Arvita has been ceased for the moment.
Is there any news as to why it's causing?
You haven't heard that the three houses are undecided currently who they're going to claim for.
It seems like it's going to cause issues with the trade market if that pathway doesn't open back up.
You're telling me.
reach out and he'll drop a gold coin into his hand for the information.
He nods. Aye, House Barnov has openly claimed for Livoth Mactiron, but House Kael'dan supports Noella Van Bryn, and House Reinhold is still neutral on the subject and has not yet broken the tie. Until one decision has been made, trade going west or south has more or less stalled. Sorry, west or north has more or less stalled.
Does it look like things may come to blow if that decision is not reached?
Oh, aye. There's been violence already. Nothing openly done by any of the houses, but definitely a couple of people. Let's see. Godrir Gron is a big orcish fellow. He was beaten to death by a mob. Anselheim. A couple of people.
I see. That's enlightening information. May Rayla bless you with knowledge for the future.
All right.
And he'll
Thank you for your. He lifts up the gold coin. Thank you for your coin.
Yep, he's gonna go like look for sweet buns or something like that he can eat while walking.
Yeah.
For Ayla.
I'm looking for the most arrogant-looking fucks I can find.
One moment. Durian, you find kebabs.
Ooh, yeah, I got a couple of those.
Nice.
As for the most arrogant fucks that you're looking for, they're around looking, probably heading towards the Earth Market.
They just found a weapon shop, it looks like.
Not those ones. I guess, yeah, and I'll try to like talk around if anyone's been making, not like, obviously, like, real bad legal trouble, but like if any new groups have settled in that seem to be a bit more roughhouse or just doing whatever they want. And kind of thinking that mantra over in my head, like, do what you want, or like, take what you want, kill who you want, or whatever, and never surrender. So I'm just like, I'm looking for some cocky motherfuckers.
Make an investigation check.
Ah, shit. Can I use my charisma?
Sure, you are asking around.
Oh, I'm gonna roll like a 1 anyway. No, a 2. So, that's a 6.
Well, you might have gotten some information, but you keened all over it.
It's because I rolled a 20 for the first roll, and now I can't roll above a 5.
Yeah, exactly. You have you get one lucky roll per session. That's the rule.
Yep.
No, nobody who stands out as being like, just look at how arrogant I am, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And
No.
like asking around, nothing about people inside town. Something that seems like common knowledge that you do pick up on, though, is that there have been a severe increase in like bandit raids around smaller towns and villages and like scattered woodsmen and things like that in the Fanry Woods. To the point that some of them are camping to the north of town in a refugee camp just outside the walls.
Okay. Well, I guess with that, I'll make my way back towards the group.
In terms of violence in terms of violent groups, a 6 only gets you that there are bandits in the woods.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll find an alleyway, turn back into myself, and make my way back over to the group.
All right.
Vernon's just eating some nice kebabs.
Yeah, with Isla is just eating the. Seems like she'll just eat anything you hand her.
I give her a rock.
She definitely has the behaviors of somebody who's a little food insecure. So when she's given food, she will like immediately cram it down, even if like it's too much.
Yeah, I think.
But she needs a
he's
quickies.
That's why he thinks like finger foods are probably good for her, just so she doesn't like
Yep.
choke on it. But he's also gonna find out if she has a preference, and if she is, I must eat it.
She's like she like looks up when you ask. She's already eaten like half of the kebab. Huh?
Is there a taste you enjoy more?
I'm gonna make a roll for her.
Sweet or sour.
Make a food,
No,
a food roll.
not for that.
Savory.
It's not about the food. It is a roll to see if she will actually state her opinion.
Mm.
I like spicy foods.
Hey.
And then she goes back to cramming kebab in her mouth.
Sheraan nods and finishes his thing. Sees Keenan approaching.
Yep.
Find out any information.
Well, we'll get to that and the sword shop when we get back from break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
want to maybe start by introducing yourself, a little bit of role play. It's a concept. I don't know if you heard it. I don't know why I'm feeling like a bitch today. Ignore me.
That time
That's
of the
okay.
month.
We all have our days. Turns out men actually have a monthly cycle.
I think DMs is just every
Yeah.
Saturday.
And for some reason, it carries on through Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know why. Morag. It's clearly you're the, the common denominator here.
Yeah, it's definitely me coming up with those voices for my backup characters. So yeah, Morag is just gonna wander up to whoever's selling weapons and just tell him, "Hi, I'm in the market for a couple of weapons. I think
You see a looks like a halfling with he's got kind of curly brown hair. He looks like he kind of looks like he's on the young side, and he has like one of those, like, he's sure attempting a mustache. So yeah. What can I get for you?
well, something. I'm trying to remember. I would know Keenan's sword needs. Does it need a +1, or does it just have to be magical?
It's just magical.
Has to be magical.
Just eats
Okay,
magic swords. It does specifically have to be swords, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm looking for at least one sword of the magical variety. Doesn't particularly matter what type.
So yeah, that's
And-
good, because I got exactly one sword of the magical variety. So
Hey,
and
you're from
also,
Brooklyn.
if I could find something sharp and silver.
that's that'll be a little harder, but we can start with the magic sword, why don't we?
Sure.
Brings out a curved short sword. Looks like a wicked tip. But there are runes carved all along the edge that are giving just like the faintest little white glow. It's a short sword of disruption.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead, take a look.
And then, presumably, while Morag's bullshitting, I as a player don't know. Gareth also probably doesn't know. Would just like to ritually cast Identify. Hopefully, we're here for like 10 minutes.
You casted magic on my sword there. Hope you're not planning anything.
No. I'm a bit of a craftsman myself, and I'm just a little curious, looking for a little bit of inspiration on the side.
All right, fair enough. But does inspiration require you to cast magic on my sword? You can cast all the magic you want on it after you pay for it, but that thing costs like 6,000 gold. So
6,000. The handle's barely
That's a little
holding on. And I'm just gonna kind of wiggle it, make it look like it's like jiggly.
it doesn't. It does not wiggle at all. 'Cause it's not jiggly. But no, it is very fine craftsmanship. There's no chance of that lie working.
All right then. So, what can you tell me about it?
Well, it's really good at killing evil. You know, like fiends and undead and such.
I mean,
It deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to fiends and undead, and if the target is 25 hit points or fewer after taking damage, it must succeed on a DC Wisdom saving throw or be destroyed.
oh,
If such a creature saves on the throw, they become frightened of you instead.
ooh.
It also sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20 feet.
Well, not a bad sword on its own.
Yeah.
Do you know who crafted this?
No. Some fucking one of them big name swordsmiths up in the mountains. I don't know. They got all this like history and like oh, the soul of the blade is the soul of the war. You know, Kenestein shit.
Ah, yes.
Got anything more in the bargain department?
No, as I said, I got exactly one magical sword on me.
Do you have anything for this? I'm going to pull out the hand crossbow.
Just a regular hand crossbow?
Yep, I need bolts.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Oh, you're looking for some ammunition?
Yes.
Yeah. I got some crossbow. You looking for regular or like the magic variety?
I'm just assuming that they're +1 crossbow bolts.
Well, you don't know. You haven't seen them yet.
Bring out the good stuff. Let me. I feel like perusing a bit.
He brings out a nice, like a very fine leather case containing what looks like very high quality crossbow bolts. Looks like about 20 of them.
And what can you tell me about these bolts? What makes them special?
They're just magic. Your bog standard, magic enchanted. Hits harder, hits better, just better than non-magic. You know what I mean? They are +2 crossbow bolts.
Ah. Nah, I think just a regular ought to work for me.
All right then. Making me bring in all the good stuff just so you can fucking turn it down. It's great. Thank you so much. Thank you for wasting my time. So, you don't want any of the good stuff. You just want some cheap crossbow bolts, huh?
Yes. I'm gonna be heading somewhere, and I was told the less magical, the better.
Oh, well, it sounds like a bad place to be heading.
No, believe me, I would assume the same
here's
thing.
just one goal to get you this here case of regular crossbow bolts. It's 20 crossbow bolts for 1 gold.
I'll toss him 2 gold. Just
All right, big spender. He slides 2 things of crossbow bolts across the table. Now, you, the big lady. He's a halfling, so you're all big dem. You wanted something silver, right? I'm afraid you're not gonna be finding stuff like that around here.
Oh?
Yeah,
Why's
Anselheim, the silversmith in town was straight up murdered.
Huh.
by what? Can you tell us how? And how long ago?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks. We probably would have gotten a new one in if it wasn't for this whole war succession thing. Kind of making recruitment a little difficult. People don't want to bring someone in from like Ironcast or Kinderstein, you know what I mean? So bringing in someone else from Brindale's a little difficult when we can't decide which side of the war we're on. But yeah, he died in the traditional way. He got his throat cut.
Yes, very traditional.
Yeah.
So there's no way to obtain any silver weapons in town? No one else that could forge them?
No, it was okay, here's the thing. You don't want a silver weapon. That's just gonna break. You want a silvered weapon. That means that it's been coated in silver using an alchemical process that is usually only known by some alchemists and most silversmiths. You know what I mean? And the local alchemist doesn't know how to do it, and the local silversmith died.
Do I, as a craftsman, know how to do it, DM? I mean, I did quote stuff in orichalcum.
Yeah, that was relatively easy comparatively. I mean, the process of the actual coating would be similar, but knowing the alchemical, I would say no. There does need to be an actual, like you need to be an alchemist. If you had alchemy tools, like jeweler's tools, smith's tools, and alchemy tools, you would need all of those together to know how to silver a weapon.
Wow, what a coincidence that I bought these alchemist supplies the same day I bought that book.
Great. Did you buy proficiency with alchemy supplies?
No, but I have a guy that can learn it in the middle of the night.
Good.
That is a fair point. Yeah, if you could get the supplies, you could probably silver something.
Is there this silvered process, you called it? Do you have to, what, outside of the alchemical aspects of it, is there specific temperatures, a specific way to work the silver? Or does just any regular forge
Was
work?
there something about I don't know how to silver weapons that was unclear to you?
Well, I figured you might have had a little more
yeah,
insight.
You know how you'd need to ask the silversmith because I don't know.
Well, he's dead.
Do I look like the silversmith?
No, you look like somebody that's trying to grow a mustache.
I look like somebody who's growing a mustache, and it's going along great, thank you.
It takes time. It takes
I
time.
agree.
It does.
It looks great.
It does. It does. It takes time
No,
to have.
I'm a weapons merchant, which means I know a thing or two, but that doesn't mean I know my way around a forge. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I figured you would have to know the product. So if anybody had questions,
I know its value, but I don't know the specifics. You're starting to get a little too outside of my area of expertise.
my apologies.
If you want more information, the silversmith did have an apprentice, although she was too untrained to, actually do it herself. But maybe she knows a little more.
Where can I find her?
North side of town.
Does she?
This area called the Burrows.
The Burrows.
It's a forge there.
Does she have a name?
Well, almost certainly.
Well, I would kind of need to know who to ask for.
Well, I don't know a name, so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
But I'm pretty sure she's got one.
I'm gonna give him. Can I give him an insight check? Is he fucking with me?
Make an insight check.
Gareth's so good with people.
Absolutely not with a fucking nat 1-6.
He's hard to read.
Yeah, clearly. Well, is that where the silversmith also had his forge, his workshop?
Yeah, so there's a forge in the Burrows.
Oh,
and you
okay.
might find her there.
I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll probably find a couple of the city guard there too. What with the moiter. I mean, it's been a few weeks, but still, I think they don't really know what's happening, so they're kind of doing the best, but they're kind of running around like chicken with their heads cut off.
Right. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm also in the market for some other mundane items. Could I get? Let's see. I need a dagger, 2 short swords, 2 long swords, and a. What are you feeling, Morag? Something
At the
two-handed?
mention of daggers, she's gonna turn to Gareth and just kind of point to her belt where there's 6.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Scratch the daggers. We don't need that. What are you feeling? Sword, halberd, Morag,
Hammer?
hammer. All right. Yeah. The biggest hammer you got.
What, can I ask what this is for?
As I mentioned, we're heading towards that location. Clearly, our normal gear.
The other thing, the magic thing. Gotcha. I was just gonna give you a heads up that when it comes to silvering things, in my experience, it tends to flake off of like magic weapons. So you'd want to coat mundane weapons with it, and it tends to take a little better to iron than it does steel.
Yes.
So do you want the weapons in iron?
Yes. What you see first.
Give me that list again, then.
Well, so now I'm going to have to double it, just in case. Does the silvering process make them any magical, or is it just the coating itself?
It's just the coating. It doesn't
Just the
actually make
coating.
them magical per se.
Fair enough. All right, then. So I need 2 short swords, a long sword, 2 long swords, sorry, pardon me, and
Question
a...
for Gareth.
Yes.
The long swords. Are you like getting weapons for everyone?
Yes.
Just so you know, Keenan would not be good with a long sword.
Oh, that's right. You're
He's
crappy.
weak as shit.
Yeah, you were
So-
you were crap with the shiv too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be bad, but I will be better with a short sword.
Right. Scratch the longsword then.
One second,
Three short swords.
I mean, you have martial weapons, and you got slightly better decks. You could do like a rapier or something.
I could do a rapier, yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Then a rapier then.
But did you want to double it?
No. Just, pardon me.
You said you were going to double it, and then you started listing me ones and twos. So I'm not really quite sure where we're standing here.
My mind races.
Okay.
The
so
inspiration I
2 short swords,
mentioned.
One rapier.
2 short swords, 1 rapier, and the. You know, actually, yes, a longsword. For Freya.
Is that it?
And the biggest
The
hammer.
biggest hammer you got.
The biggest hammer you got.
I got to tell you, Silverin really works better on sharp weapons.
Alright, great axe.
All right.
Biggest axe you got.
All right. So we got 2 short swords, 1 rapier, 1 longsword, and 1 great axe. Is that everything?
These crossbows you gave me, are they iron tipped or are they steel tipped?
Those ones are steel tips, but I can swap them out for iron if you want.
Yes, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. If you're trying to get weapons for everybody, you might also consider arrows
Oh, yeah.
for Isla.
Yes, arrows too then. I forgot about
How
her.
many?
20 should do.
All right. And
Yeah,
little
make
one
30.
will just have to suffer. They come in blocks of 20. Do you want to make it 40?
Sure.
Yeah, well,
Make sure
buying
it's
one
good enough.
buying one quiver for a gold gets you 20.
Okay.
And Lilowin, who would be bad with any weapon, her dex is a +1, will just have to hope she doesn't die.
Or some rocks.
She got a sling, doesn't she?
No. The sling
That
was the
the
that was the priest.
Noreen.
the curse.
Noreen.
Yeah, Noreen.
Yeah.
Noreen.
Yeah.
I miss Noreen sometimes.
Me too.
I miss Kaza sometimes.
Only he wasn't
Alright.
murdered by Astra.
Yeah, if only Astra's bloodthirst hadn't gotten the better of them.
Like,
So I'm just totaling up all of the prices for.
just so, I mean, because I'll probably come back later, but just so we can quicken it up, I can throw in 50 for a shield, because I think, are they 50? Or whatever, for a shield? Because if I'm wielding a rapier, then I can wield a shield.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me finish
Just to
what I'm doing.
simplify it-
Yeah, sorry.
Just to simplify it, I've got it covered.
It's like, she's Ms. Moneybags and she wants to shake it around. No, a shield is that was only 10.
Oh, okay.
So that is 20, 60. It's 102 gold for all of that.
Piece of cake.
Oh no, your wallet.
So now that you're broke,
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
totally broke.
so can I do anything else for you?
I believe that is it. Is there anything else, Morag?
Nope, can't quite afford that sword I was hoping to get, but
It's too bad. It's a good sword, but it's worth what it's worth.
No, I
Fair enough.
agree with you there.
maybe another time.
All right. Then I'm gonna wish you the best of luck, and please move on because there are other customers waiting.
A look behind us as our customers.
Of course not. He just has your money, so now he's done with you.
I rock up.
But meanwhile,
I rock up to Dorian. Yeah,
was gonna
so
say,
I found out diddly squat. Bandits attacking throughout the woods. So there's a refugee camp outside, but this, and I'll kind of just show the arm off. Didn't catch anything, and neither did trying to find him. I'm just, yeah, no, nothing really. You?
Well, we found something interesting. Turns out the only silversmith in town has been murdered.
I believe he said moited.
Moided. Okay.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes at Gareth, like, really?
That's a lead. Also, that's a lot of weapons.
Yeah, they just rolled up with just like an arm, like Morag just has like an arm full of weapons. They're all a little rough looking, just in the way that iron is compared to steel.
What's the go?
A little less shiny, a little more gray.
Well, mundane weapons for when we go to the Bloodforge, and also apparently iron is easier to infuse with silver if we find someone who can do it.
Where'd you find that out?
Well, we found out the former silversmith has an apprentice up in the burrows.
Right. So you were talking with the weaponsmith about the active
Merchant.
process of coating weapons in silver in the city where the silversmith got murdered after we just fought a big wolfman that probably doesn't like silver.
I was trying to be more subtle about it, but somebody got a little chatty over here.
Did you tell him we were also looking for werewolves and it called specifically
Yeah.
werewolves while you were at it?
I just kind of give Durian that look like... No.
No, we forgot to mention that part.
Durian's just
Right.
standing there like, my work used to be easy. Now I have people that openly just be like, I am who you are looking for.
Keenan is giving
I
Durian
just
the exact,
said-
the exact same look. Like, I used to be able to shift and fuck off whenever I wanted. Now there's a group and I can't do it anymore.
Durian hands Keenan one of his kebabs.
Yeah. Okay. Well, can they fit in the bag? And I'll point to the bag of holding. Can we get them, like, because you're just
Yeah.
arms and arms.
He just opens the bag.
Cool. Let's get them out of sight. That's really not going to help with my trying to get attention from these people. Or it might, but maybe the wrong kind of attention.
I mean,
I will say slightly in Gareth's defense, I know, crazy. The merchants at the Sky Market are like wandering merchants, like these are traveling merchants. So that guy's probably not a local, so maybe less likely than others to be a cultist.
Well,
Morag has already strapped a great axe to her back, so...
I was, in my defense as well, I didn't say anything about werewolves. I didn't say anything about the Bloodforge.
I mean,
no, that's fine. But my thought is that if the silversmith was murdered, I think we know who did it, and we came across one of them. And when someone makes a large purchase order of mundane weapons and actively talks about silvering them, it could, it might not. I'm just saying. Do we want to look into this murder, or pursue other routes?
I must admit, I don't know how to silver a weapon, so I mean, we kind of should look into it.
if
And he did mention there's an apprentice that may at least have some helpful information.
is silvering a weapon just like a skill check for like tools?
It's not even a skill check. It just requires time. You just have to have the right tool proficiencies.
Okay, yeah. Durian just stands there and he's like, I can probably do it if I have time.
It would require you to have alchemy, jewelers, and smith's tools proficiencies.
Yo.
A joint effort with Gareth.
Yeah, exactly. That said, Gareth has 2 of them, so as long as you could give yourself...
Durian can give himself 2 of the proficiencies.
well, Gareth has 2 of them, so as long as you gave yourself alchemists, you 2 could do it together.
Okay, yeah. Durian's like, I can have knowledge of it.
That's fucking wild. That you
Uh,
can just choose to. Is that a like can all? Sorry, like forgive my ignorance. Can all elves do that, or is that a you thing, or?
it's sort of not a family trait, but we have access to a larger memory than humans or people. So when we take time to rest, it's like a dreamscape. It's the best way I can discuss it. It's almost as if I'm speaking to ancestors.
So you
So
just
if
talk to
I
dead people to get good at stuff.
I realize I need training in a certain implement, and then I suddenly have a recollection of learning.
Is it something like?
Go through a training session.
Is it something like your ancestors and talk to you? Maybe like one of them knew, and you just gain the knowledge from them. I'm confused how it works myself.
Perhaps I've never really tried to look into it, and I don't really have a need to discuss it with people. It's just when I realize that, oh, I wish I was able to do that, or have I ever done this before? And I'll sleep on it to see if I can figure it out. I just know how, or I have memories that aren't. It's like I'm viewing them from the outside, but it's an instruction manual, so I know how to do it.
That's wild.
I wasn't pressing. I was just. It's very impressive. Yeah.
Every elf I know can do so.
Right. Well, question is, if we can silver the weapons ourselves, then we don't need the silversmith. But the silversmith might also be the best route to finding where they are.
We would still need a good amount of silver to do the coding.
Morag would hold up her coin purse and say, would like 197 coins be enough?
I don't
might be
think so.
We might be able to find
Huh?
a better process of melting it down and getting it ready. Because if we just melted your coins, it may not be as successful in coding.
Well, are you melting or are you powdering it and making an alchemical solution to apply to the weapon?
I don't know yet.
It would be melting it. The alchemical solution would be made in like a crucible.
Okay.
My guess is that
Um,
we need the alchemical solution to coat the weapon, and then dip it in to adhere the silver to the iron.
Correct.
Right.
But
Right.
if
Who
we
said
find
correct?
this-
What?
I said who?
The
The voice in my head. I was in character.
If we find the
Well, me
apprentice,
saying correct wasn't, so...
Yeah, God didn't just pop in for a second there.
Whoa.
let's go to the burrows and find the apprentice, because if they have
Well,
any sort of silver we can use, perhaps they've had a run-in with those we're looking for.
maybe. My question would be that if we, or that I pose this to the group, a group of people have just appeared, we then start poking our noses into the death of the silversmith. They're going to know about it because if they killed him, they're probably keeping an eye on the apprentice.
We can go.
And then if they trace us back at all and realize that so and I'll look at Morag and Gareth, just bought a bunch of mundane weapons and talked about silvering them, we're going to be painting a big target on our backs the second we walk over there.
You mean the target like on your arm?
No, if we go there, we can go there under the pretense of silvering weapons or buying silver. We don't have knowledge that the silversmith is dead, aside from what Gareth has learned. So we wouldn't have known that until we got there. In which case, we'll look for the next person in charge, the apprentice. We're not going to look into this murder. We're simply there to buy a specific
Service.
service that they offer. This is a trade town. They have people coming through all the time. Silvering a weapon isn't extremely rare. And if anyone who travels the woods or the area, these werewolves are known hunters or adventurers might have a need to do so. So it wouldn't be completely out of the ordinary. It'll only become odd when we begin asking questions about the cult.
Well, maybe I'll like dismiss the I'll just like pull the sleeve down and then dismiss the symbol and leave it. Should have got rid of that when I turned back. Do we want to do that maybe today during the day and at the night, see if we can see anyone else snooping around? Because I feel like this is still our best lead on finding them. They did say they'd find us. I mean, if we just walk up to the Silversmith, poke around, and then walk outside the city walls, I'm sure that they'll try to kill us.
If the silvering is going to take a while, we should get it started now. If we're planning on doing it ourselves, I need at least a day to prepare myself.
You were planning on doing it yourselves. Gareth was specifically told that the silversmith apprentice was not trained enough to be a full silversmith and probably would not be able to accomplish this for you.
So if we go there under the pretense of finding this silversmith and the apprentice is there, we can perhaps rent out their facilities to do it ourselves, and after I've remembered the knowledge, we can do the silvering ourselves. If we're standing in one location, it'll make it easier for them to track us down, which at the end of the day is our objective. If we kill them all or let one escape and track them down, they either have to return to their den or risk going into an unknown location. This is still their city, and so they're more likely to lose us. If we take too long, we're going to lose any advantages we have.
So why don't we wait tonight, let you learn what you need to learn, go over in the morning, get it all done, and then go looking. Or are you saying you want them to find us, so we get it settled down now, or start now, so that they can start looking for us overnight, and get themselves together ready for us when we leave?
It'd be better if we were able to at least rent out the facilities if we require them. If the apprentice can't help us in any way, shape, or form, we use their facilities, stay there for the night, or head back to the docks, and then go back in the morning. At most, we lose a bit of time, but we at least assure we're going to have what we need to do the silvering.
Alright, well,
So
lead the way, I guess.
Durian looks at Gareth because he doesn't know where the silver shop is, and he's the one who was asking all the questions.
I'm not from here. I don't know where it is. I just know it's in the burrows.
Also, Morag, out of the many weapons that you had in your arms, which ones had you picked for who? Just curious.
Oh, well, he picked most of them for everybody. I think he got you a short sword?
No. I got a Durian, the short swords.
Oh.
I got you this, I'm pretty sure you saw it, that slender-looking sword. I kind of have sinewy arms.
A rapier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little toothpick arms for, I figured something heavier wouldn't, might break your elbow.
As I walk over to grab a shield, I'm just gonna, like, punch Gareth in the arm, like, still stronger than you, though, so...
I cast blight.
How much do how much do I owe you for these?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
All right. I'll put the rapier next to Gwared, and just put a hand on them and just be like, it's not a permanent solution. Don't get jealous. And I'll put the shield on my back.
You get a almost like the emotional equivalent of a heavy sigh.
Yeah.
Fine.
And I'll equip a shield. 20 AC, baby.
Oh, all the attacks are 21 and higher. I'm sorry.
Ah, shit.
Shield.
That makes
Thanks
sense.
for that. I'm still 17.
Not getting hit is for other people.
Yeah. Gareth only exclusive content.
Gareth has just fucking absolute piles of resources to expend on that.
Okay, so what do you want to put in the bag of in my bag of holding? Okay. Or is everyone going to hold their own stuff?
Is
Mine's
Isla's
not
here with us,
ready.
right?
Yeah, Isla's. Everybody's together.
We'd probably just give her her arrows so she has them.
Well, if you're planning on silvering them, maybe just hold on to them until that, yes?
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to get comfortable. I know how to use a rapier, but I haven't used one since I was, what, maybe 12? So I'm just trying to get back into having it on me. Anyway. Yeah, Gareth, lead the way.
Well.
Oh, I thought we were
my,
hanging out until tomorrow.
No, we're gonna go to the.
No, we're going now.
To see if we
Gotcha.
can at least rent the facilities or get whatever materials we need.
I'm just gonna find somebody and ask if they could point out where the burrows are.
Yeah, they just point to the vague section of the city. The Burrows is like a fifth of the city, so.
Well, let's head to the burrows and then ask around for the Silversmith shop.
So I
Alrighty.
guess Gareth starts walking.
Yep. Alright.
So what
Second.
fabulous weapon did you get, Lilywin?
Ooh.
Unfortunately, she doesn't really care for weapons, so we weren't sure what to get her.
Yes, I'm not exactly quite proficient with them. My magic has usually served me well. So, you guys can head up to the burrows. It's not very difficult to find.
Yeah.
Alright, once we get there, Durian will start asking around to be
Wink.
directed.
Make an investigation check using your charisma.
Okay, so investigation, so dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you are able to relatively easily get pointed to the Silversmith's Forge, which is like literally where you guys are.
Is there a lot
I
of
added it on the map, but you guys were covering it.
is there a lot of guards chilling around the area?
You don't see any, despite what the shopkeep said. You expected to, but nope, no guards.
Well, shall we? And I'll.
Is
I mean, the murder was a couple weeks ago.
is the place like still boarded up, or is there like noise and
No,
activity going
you can
on?
see you can see the glow of fire through some of the windows, and hear the occasional sound of hammering.
Music to
Well,
my ears.
shall we go in? As we approach the Silversmith, though, can I look around to see if there's any, I don't know, rough type just kind of hanging around in any alleys or peeking down through any windows, just keeping an eye on it?
Make a perception check.
Can I give Durian a little nudge as well?
Oh,
they
because
got
you
good
rolled
eyes.
because you rolled like shit.
No, I haven't rolled yet. I'm just saying, we have similar roles. This is what I used to do. He now does it better than me. so
All right,
I'm just
I don't know if
saying
it'd be perception or if it'd be insight, trying to get like the vibes of people, because there's definitely people around. So I think it's
Okay.
more about reading people and their intentions than it is about spotting something. So I'm gonna call it an insight check.
Can do.
When Keenan nudges Durian, he knows how wound up he is, so I'll do the I
Go ahead.
That's a nat 1 for a 5.
All right.
I fucking hate my life, dude. God damn it.
Yeah. There's certainly some rough types around, but you get the impression that this is the section of town where the rough types tend to be. So it's really
you can
hard.
Just say I find nothing. You know, that's okay.
Oh, you find nothing. I'm sorry. I was answering Durian's 18.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cute. You thought he was gonna honor your nat 1.
No, you find nothing. It's definitely the kind of place where rough and tumble types tend to gather. So it's really hard to say whether or not they, are just good old local thugs or.
Does it look like Morag's attire matches this location? Just like rough and tumble, they look like they're ready for.
Some of them will look a little bit less. Morag is definitely like wilderness dressed, and some of them look a little bit more like city types. But there's definitely a couple of the more barbarian style as well.
Okay. Yeah. Durian gives Keenan a look and just kind of shrugs.
Keenan gives another shrug, just like, no, we've well, seems right.
All right.
So,
let's go in. Durian's gonna go inside.
You go inside. Durian, what's your AC?
18.
18. Okay. So you manage to step aside, just as a knife goes flying at the door, as you see a little red-haired gnome that's going, "Blasting damn motherfuck pissing God's eye!" And then she immediately puts both hands up to her mouth. Oh my God! Are you all right?
Yes. Is it in the door or is it went out the door?
It went out the door. It would have been in the door except you opened it.
Durian just kind of looks at it, looks back at her, and she's like, "Hello, I'd like to see about your services."
Hey, shit, what kind I can add?
Durian says that, and I just look back because I was going in right after, and just look back and he's way too calm about the fact that just happened.
I know, right?
Durian
What a badass!
Had stabbed him.
Can I?
That? No, I
think
can hear
he
what.
what. Sorry, Durian would have been more upset if it had stabbed him, so that's why he was calm. He's like, "Oh, okay, danger."
Can I run and go
I mean, it was
pick up
pretty
whatever?
close. The attack roll was the attack roll you were against was a 16, so it was pretty close.
Yeah, because Keenan's hand would have gone to his sword, and then realized, okay.
Can I go run and pick it up off the ground?
Yeah.
Does it look like it's just a really shitty looking dagger, clearly made by an apprentice?
The dagger looks fine underneath the clumps of almost like barnacles, these clumps of clinging silver along the sides of it.
Durian's gonna walk up to the counter and be like, "Hello, are you the master of this establishment?" Or...
No, the master of this establishment got his throat opened. I'm his apprentice.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Unfortunately, my training's about, I don't know, maybe 2/3 of the way done, so I'm not quite, things aren't quite going my way.
Well, we are looking to have some equipment silvered.
Well, you're right fucked, aren't you?
Well,
not entirely. The process you seem to have a grasp of it. You're just on the cusp of getting it. I can tell.
Really? What about that? She points to the knife that you picked up. Looks like it's in here fucking silvered.
Well, I mean, it could be like a small hammer. With the
like the world's smallest, shittiest hammer. Please, it's a flat fucking side. I'm sorry.
We all have to start somewhere. I'm a fellow craftsman. Perhaps we can learn this process together.
So you're offering to help with the silvering?
yes, if we can use materials and the location.
Do you have any experience in such things?
Well,
I will
I will tomorrow.
well, tomorrow.
Now, what in the fuck does that mean?
I don't.
It's
Durian
weird.
looks a little baffled. He's like, "I will understand the process when I think on it after a night's rest."
I would just leave it at that.
I've spent years of my life trying to learn the process. I don't think you're going to learn it in a night's rest. And quite frankly, if you do, get fucked.
That's what I was saying earlier. I spent years learning my practice.
Oh, you spent years of study. Oh, don't worry. I'm just going to have a nap. It's fine.
I know.
I love
Mark's gonna lean over to Keenan. I don't know about you, but I'm staying out of this, aren't
Yeah, no, I spent years learning the sword. What about Helen? What about you?
And
Darion's just keeping quiet that he knows he could become talented at any weapon if he just thinks about it. He's only talking about tool proficiency, so he's not saying anything. He's not expanding on that now.
He's I mean, it's useful to have.
This is something he's never had to deal with.
I mean, I grew up around weapons, so it wasn't too hard to pick up, but
We'd be more than happy to rent out your services, and he kind of like motions to the shop so that we can do our work and perhaps assist in your continued training.
Gareth, and I'm gonna just hold out my hand for a handshake.
Zafina Amber Sky.
Zafina. Oops.
Sheraan.
Was it Hammer Sky or Amber?
Amber Sky.
Okay.
Just under a very heavy accent.
We will learn this process together. I mean, it only took me 30 days to build this fellow, and I'm just gonna thumb back to repeat.
Well, I'm glad to know that everyone but me is a fucking genius. Thank you.
Like I said, it took me...
No, not all of us. Don't worry.
It took me 33 years, which is equal to how old I am, to get where I'm at.
Well, all right, then at least one of you might be a little bit slower than I am.
that laugh was in character, by the way.
80 years older than most of the people here, and he's just like... Alright.
Well, I'm just
How
gonna...
old is Durian?
Darion's like 127.
I'm just gonna say under my breath, well, I thought it was impressive to build a robotic, automatonic dog in 30 days.
Darion's 125.
Okay, I think out of all the player characters, that makes you the oldest.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think we've already like age compared each other. I think the only other person that matches Durion is Freya, but she's like what, 40 years younger? She's in her 70s.
She's like, something 50, 70 or some shit.
Yeah. Well, and one other person in your group, even if they're not a PC.
He's talking about the elf.
Gnomes live long lives too.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the elf chick.
Ayla's a half elf.
Oh, half elf.
Live a bit, but she won't.
Yeah.
Reach.
She won't live like an elf, but Lilowin is. I'd have to double check her notes, and I don't want to find them. I think she's still younger than you, but like only by a very little bit. I know she's over 100.
Magic people, y'all.
No, there's naturally long living race.
Fucking
Right.
magic.
So you just need the silvering done, because hopefully we can work it out together, because that is the part of my training that was never quite finished. If you just need like a silver necklace or ring or whatever, that I could forge up for you just fine.
We have.
Unfortunately, with all the
I
sort of rumors coming out of the woods, silvering is what people keep asking for.
What sort of rumors?
Oh, bandits running with packs of wolves, giant wolves. It's all wolf themed, and people see wolves and they think silver.
Yes, that was our first
That's-
thought too.
That's pretty much why we. Question on that note, though. Bunch of bandits and wolves and lots of wolf theme, like you said. Do you have any knowledge of why your master might have been murdered?
Wait.
I assumed somebody would just wanted to rob him. Why do you think he was targeted?
I don't
I
know.
only ask because I'm
asking you.
not so much looking to get my throat slit. So if you think so, I'd like to have a bit of a heads up about it. If you know something I don't, I just assume people wanted his purse or something.
Well, where was he found dead? Here in the shop?
Aye. She just points. Just right over there. Here, let me show you. She leads you like through the back, over into the actual like forge section of the shop.
Is there a
Just
little
make sure you
chalk
close the
outline
door
on
as
the
well.
ground?
Like,
What was that, Gareth?
Oh, I said, is there a little chalk outline on the ground?
There is not, but there is quite clearly a section of the stone floor where they couldn't quite get the red out.
Did they?
Aye, so that's what I have to work standing next to.
Did they find anything of note aside from his death?
What was that?
Did they find anything else? Was there any?
No, somebody cut his throat and took basically every last bit of silver in the shop. And used some of my savings just to buy a couple of ingots to get things started up again. All the alchemical supplies to a lot of the completed works, anything worth anything. So I assumed it was a robbery. The implications that helping you might give me my throat slit is kind of what I'm reading here. About how close am I?
As long as they believe you do not have the knowledge to do anything, Sheraan just shrugs.
My question would be: were you, after your master was murdered, did anyone approach you questioning your ability with silvering weapons, like immediately, like next day, or?
Hey, a woman came in just the day after, asked me to silver some things.
Do you know what she looked like, or?
Only partially. Dirty blonde hair.
Rough and tumble type, or?
Yeah, definitely. She was wearing armor. I don't know about stock up. Makes me think more like noble. Kind of quite the opposite. Condescending a little though, in a different way.
I think that's kind of what I meant. Wrong word. My apologies.
Hi. Also very insulting. Just like straight up insulting. She literally called me an idiot. So I wasn't the biggest fan of her.
I'm gonna look back at everyone and just be like, this. You see where I'm going with this, right? So.
Did she have
Okay.
any insignias on her person?
Oh yeah, she had this big cult symbol right on her. No, I'm just kidding. She was wearing a T-shirt with it fucking screen printed on it.
Oh yeah.
Distinguishing feature.
Metallica.
No. Yes. I don't know if it's a distinguishing feature per se.
Any little bit.
Well, she was elvish and she was fucking stunning.
Right. So, hot, dirty blonde elf that's a bit up their own arse.
Aye.
Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Well,
I mean, how many ugly elves have you seen?
I'm just saying even by elf standards.
Oh.
Oh, and she had these what's the word? She looks at Gareth and she's like snapping her fingers like she's trying to remember something. What do you call those? Those things. You're like an adventure type, right? Those things that your kind are always making. They're like she's like miming the shape of like a ball. They're like, they're about yay big, and you throw them at people.
A bomb?
A bomb?
Aye, bombs. She had these like bombs along her belt.
Right.
if she's an inventor, is there a
Oh, wait.
an alchemical store within the city or town?
Hey, there's an alchemist in town. Wouldn't be much of a town if there wasn't.
All right.
Just as an aside, Morag would lean over to Gareth. Can you make bombs?
He should he should make bombs. I'm just gonna
I'm just gonna
moment.
respond back to Morag and be like, "How do you think I lost my arm?"
No.
Alright. Would we be able to come back tomorrow to start the process? We have...
Oh, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, actually, Durian, a moment, and I'm gonna like try and like group huddle everyone up, like
Just-
away, not away from the thing. Like she's probably still
football
in here, but
huddle?
just like, well, so I just wanna, yeah.
Durian takes out one of his kebabs, because I assume he like bought a bag of them.
just sit there, like we're like in the middle of a scrum, and you're gonna just sit there eat kebabs.
No, he's gonna offer her a kebab.
Yeah, eat this while we talk.
She'll take it. She just takes it and starts eating. She's just like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you talk. I'll eat.
Do we? I mean, we understand the implications here. I don't want to get this young girl in danger. What if we just like sneak in the middle of the night and use the forge without her being here? That way, she's not implicated.
Maybe help her set up somewhere else to stay for the night.
Our best chance of solving this is by getting ourselves equipped and then finding out where they're stationed. If this woman is involved, our next step should be going to the alchemical store, see if anyone has made any purchases for supplies.
For sure, I agree, but I also don't want to go do things and then come back and find out that she's also been murdered. So
Not as if the information of her suddenly being able to silver weapons is going to spread around.
if we walk out with silvered weapons, yeah, it will.
If we walk out with silver weapons, yes, we currently do not have any, and even if we do, we can easily conceal them. It's not as if you're going to walk out swinging around a sword and yelling, I have a silver weapon, look at me, look at me.
Sure. Okay.
Gareth.
I understand you wish to be careful about this, but we can't step on eggshells in every city we walk into. We have to get work done, and if
I agree.
too long, more people will die.
I'm just trying not to get this one killed very directly.
For now,
Agreed.
For now, she should be safe. You
Okay.
saw her workmanship, and he's gonna. Is Gareth still holding the dagger,
Yeah,
or did he return
I
it?
probably am still holding it.
Durian motions to the dagger. That is probably the work everyone's familiar with for her. Even if
Okay.
we did finish her training, it would still take her days or weeks to gather a reputation for silvering. So in that time, we can still be about our business, and hopefully by then we solve the issue.
So Durian, what I'm grasping is that you're wanting to spread the assumption that we as a group just use the facilities to do it ourselves, and that she remains clueless to the
Correct.
process.
If she's instead being seen as somebody who is simply renting out her locale, since she does not have the knowledge, we may make targets of ourselves as people who know how to silver weapons. If that's what's being targeted, then this is a better way to divert attention from her and instead bring it to ourselves.
Which is what we wanted in the first place, correct?
That would be my assumption.
All right. Well, let's get on with that, and then we can move on to try and find if anyone's bought specific bomb-making alchemist supplies. I can also probably do some bar hopping tonight and see if I can find any hot blonde elves that are carrying bombs.
I'd help you with that.
All right.
Right.
How's the kebab?
It's pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
We all do that half.
Is there
It's
any
I don't really. All I really eat is bread these days.
Are there any other supplies you require for silvering? That you're
Yeah, the alchemical parts.
All right. Would you be able to supply?
She describes a few things. It's all stuff you'd find in an alchemy kit. So Gareth should already have all of it.
Okay. Durian's going to reach into his bag, and we'll probably pay her for services, but just for now, Durian's going to take out 10 gold pieces and hand it to her. A down payment for renting the establishment for our purposes.
Oh. How long do you need to be renting it for?
I think he'll be able to tell you tomorrow, maybe. His whole nap and yeah.
Once we see how much materials we require, we'll be able to give you an extended time frame. But for now, let's just say for tomorrow, and then we can just negotiate further use.
All right, fair enough.
Well, good day. Is that all we have?
Yes, let's go collect everything else we require.
Right.
Do you know where the alchemy shop is?
That's a great. Where is the alchemy shop?
It's just across the bridge. You're looking for a place that belongs to a fella named Luthentizia.
Luthen.
Hey, look, it's been added to the map.
Hey.
Oh, it is right across the bridge.
It's the other silver house.
Oh, I think we
It's
passed
the other
it
house.
I think we passed it on the way here.
Yeah.
It's just another building that looks more significant than the ones around it.
All right. Well.
It's not actually bigger than its neighbors. It's just more narratively significant.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. then.
Almost like the graphics card is prioritizing stuff that we can actually interact with.
It's like an old Scooby-Doo show where you know they're gonna put a hidden lever.
Which one?
I wonder where the secret wall is.
Let's split up, gang. Look for clues.
So, are you all heading over there?
Well, on the
Yeah,
walk
on-
over, I'm just gonna lean over to Morag and be like, if you find that elf, you should ask her if she learned things in her sleep too.
I'm not sure we'll have the time.
On a more serious note, Gareth, could you, tonight, while he's having a nap and learning the mysteries of the world, could you make a bomb and then tomorrow, put a bunch of silver in it so you can make a little silver...
Not really. That once again is kind of an alchemy kit, an alchemist thing. You would need alchemy proficiency.
Okay.
I'll admit,
Yeah, bomb.
Keenan, I
Okay.
haven't.
Oh, yeah, I guess gunpowder and stuff, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't attempted that in since I was about 12 years old when, this happened. And I'm just going to kind of wiggle my arm.
Oh. Well, that's new information.
Was
Interesting.
a bit overzealous in my youth.
That's impressive.
That he blew off his arm? And
No,
only his arm? Or... Oh.
and he's not dead.
That's the impressive bit. I am surprised.
I know,
Oh, look, we're here.
If you ever find my brother, ask him about his eye.
Like the what's it called? Silvering for a bomb, you would need multiple tool proficiencies.
Mm.
Because you would need one.
Thinkers and
Yeah.
alchemists.
Also, by the way, Durian, I don't think you could give yourself 2 of those proficiencies. Right? No, never mind. I'm wrong. It is 2
Right.
for.
yeah, my trance allows me to change out 2 proficiencies.
I feel like that was a pretty OP update to trance, by the way.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I got nerfed and you got buffed.
I actually low key don't like. It's fine for Durian, but it just feels like it. Like in this kind of instance, it's significantly reducing the value of tool proficiencies as a concept,
Mm.
which was already something undervalued by the 5e system. Either way, are you doing anything else while you're heading over to Luthen Tizia's alchemist shop?
For the rest of the day, keeping an eye out for a hot bomb of an elf with bombs.
Make a perception check.
I'll give him
Alrighty.
assistance.
Watch me roll 2 ones, baby.
I'm just gonna be studying the dagger, which is I'm still holding.
Not great. And worse. The 10 with advantage.
Excellent. Who's going into the alchemist shop first?
Durian went last time. And
Sure, I guess Gareth walks in.
Gareth, make a perception check.
Make a deck save.
Gareth, what's your AC? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's an alchemist shop. It'd be an explosion, right?
That's a 9.
No, it's just a knife again.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see that there are like some other customers there as you walk in. You guys kind of flow into the alchemist shop, which means you're all in there and just like right up there. By the time you notice one of the customers at the front, as she turns and you notice her dirty blonde hair, she's very attractive, and the line of bombs on her belt.
Can I look for any sign of the symbol? I imagine it wouldn't be showing, but...
No, you can see she's got like a little bit of a small crew with her. She's the only woman. You see a kind of shorter dwarven man who's wearing a looks like a Belkaman kind of hat with like a veil covering like the lower half of his face. A human man with like a fur mantle. Another human with a short beard and a bandana under a hood. And the last one is like very pale with like this armor with like a high what's it called, a gorget, like the metal collar piece.
Yeah.
They all definitely have very rough vibes.
Can I just give
like dog?
Make a perception check.
Could I just kind of not like stare, but kind of take a quick glance at the bombs on her belt and try to like discern what they could like? Would they be like alchemist fire, or would it just be like boom? Frag grenades.
Make an Arcana check.
18 on the dog smell check.
23 on the Arcana.
Sorry, Keenan. What did you say?
18, my best roll of the game.
All right. No, you got a 120 earlier.
Right, yeah, but we don't count that considering the like 2 ones I've already had, so you know.
Anything above a 5 is a good roll for Keenan.
There's definitely a musk to this group. Whether it smells like wet dog specifically is hard to say, but they definitely smell very
blood and rust.
Yeah, blood rust and forest.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Gareth, looking at those bombs, they don't have a wick that you can see. They don't look like something you would light. You can instead see a small metal peg. Based on your experience with Artifice, you think you would smack your head against the peg, so presumably that would like break something inside that would allow some chemicals to mix. You think would probably create a boom.
We could blow them all up right now.
You need to let me finish.
Damn.
Gareth, the reason you recognize these so very much is because you've seen them before.
Ooh.
Where have I seen them before? Backstory?
You have seen them before because you, after the how dangerous you realized the weapon would be, you stepped away from the creation of weapons. But the creation of weapons was always Nissan Valiv's passion.
Probably from like one of his sketches or something that I saw offhand.
You've seen like prototypes that he made of the same bomb design.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly just avert my look over towards like just the nearest shelf that and just like of like.
Yeah, the guy with the fur mantle kind of leans on her. What in the fuck did the gnome say you needed again? You really don't pay attention, do you? Saltpeter. I said saltpeter. And why are we running errands for him again? And she picks up one of the bombs and just like holds it up. You know why. We need him as much as he needs us. And the alchemist, who looks a little nervous with this group, finishes selling to them. And are you going to interact with this group at all?
No.
I'm
Gareth's-
gonna. I mean, we're all like in the shops. There's not really any way to talk without them hearing, is there?
No, yeah, they're 10 feet away from you.
I'm gonna turn to look back at Durian so that I'm facing him, but away from them, and I'm just gonna kind of give that like a little gesture to the blonde, and like a little finger, movement to like a maybe we follow. I don't know, and then just
As they're turning around and walking out of the shop, so they're like elbowing past you.
I think when we go in the shop and Gareth walks in, and then like it could be like Morag, Keenan, and me. When we realize who they are, I think Durian will kind of like stop and go back out the shop to wait, with the intention of trying to tail them for a bit.
As they walk out the door, the dwarf wearing Belkaman garb, the rest of them kind of just shove past you, and they're like talking to each other still. But the dwarf looks directly at your group, and you can see that his eyes are solid white. Just keeps walking, but definitely like watches you very intently as he passes by. And they head out the front door.
Durian, should we?
Durian said that he retreated so he could attempt to follow.
Yeah, Durian's gone. He just
Are they?
kinda, like,
Are they? The group has left the building, so it's just us and the shopkeep.
Yeah.
Yes, you see that the shopkeep gives like a heavy sigh once they're gone. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Greetings, Luthien Tissia, alchemist extraordinaire. What can I do for you?
I'm gonna grab Keenan by the kind of by the collar and just lead him in real close, and I'm just gonna say, she's dangerous.
Gareth, I'm about to head out. Tell me why.
I recognize those bombs.
You or Valieve?
Believes.
All right. I'm just gonna give a nod and head out after. I'm gonna like give a bit of time, but like head out because I don't want to be tailing them nearly as closely. And I'll change my shape in the process of like between myself and the door, so I look like someone else, just some old man.
All right. So Keenan slips out of the street. Durian, you're following them as well?
Yeah, I think I kind of want to do Pass Without a Trace on myself and go into that more like faded appearance. So like not the shadows are clinging to me, but more of like I'm an out of focus person.
Yeah, the aesthetic is aesthetic.
Yeah, I want to use Pass Without a Trace to like make sure that I can follow them. That's my
Okay.
intention.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay. Now here's the question: the one with the white eyes, did he look blind and he's listening, or I don't know.
Make an insight check.
He's giving you a sniff.
That's only a 12.
Keenan, since you're there to track them as well, right?
I want to be kind of behind. I'm guessing I probably won't be able to see Durian because he's sneaky as shit. But yeah, I want to be.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're not together. That's what I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's hard for you to tell Durian one way or the other.
Okay. Because I don't know if I'm gonna get my bonus from my my boots for moving silently if they're gonna look for me. Will I have advantage?
No.
Okay. Oh well, that was a 4 to a 14, so 24 with the Pass Without a Trace.
Right, so they move and they walk across the river, down past the Silversmith, and near the intersection, near the wall that's blocking the burrows off from the nicer part of the side of the city, the large temple looming over the horizon. When you see them stop, and one of them, not the seemingly blind dwarf, but rather the man with the red headband, kind of stops and looks around and like he's sniffing the air for a second before turning back and looking in your direction.
think what Durian does is he's gonna hang back, but he's gonna take out the bottle of disinfectant, and he's going to, I guess, clean his scent since they're werewolves, or he thinks they are.
Bottle of disinfectant.
We got that from the tomb.
We
That,
did.
Oh.
Yeah.
like
It would not remove your scent. It would make you smell strongly of disinfectant.
Yeah.
well, I got nothing, so I'm just gonna hide.
No, they've clearly. Your stealth did not beat their perception. They're like, he's looking right at you and is pointing the rest of his party at you as well.
Oh well.
When I'm following behind, do I see this? Like, can I see them?
First, make a perception check to see if you can even
If
see
I
Durian.
can see it. I need to roll on that 20 to see him, so probably not. Yeah, no.
Just as a side note, Morag would have gone outside, but just waited by the store, just in case she can hear someone yelling.
I wanted to look less for Durian and look to see if I can notice the sniffing.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. Whoa, that's a 23.
You see them stop, and one of them sniffs the air, and they turn around and they look in a direction. And he nudges the others, and they all look and begin stalking in Durian's direction. Not that you know that it's Durian's direction.
I'm gonna, but I noticed the sniffing, so I feel like would I know if I change smell when I change, like, shape?
You.
I've been doing it my whole life, right? Like,
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
if you have
know.
new spec plans?
well, okay. You get used to your own smell, but if I change shape and isn't
One
that for a
moment.
week, I'm
One
like-
moment. I'm looking it up. The only canon source of information on this is a blog post from Keith Baker, the creator of Eberron, who said that scent detection is a thing.
Hmm.
Changelings commonly change their visual appearance and their voice, but it does not change their scent.
Okay.
Ah.
But if I notice they're sniffing and I think they're werewolves because I got that vibe in there, I'm just going to change back to myself because I don't want to show off that I'm a changeling to them. Because if they smell me the same and I look like an old man, right? So I'm just going to turn.
Yeah.
Before I get into like their visual range, turn back into my normal self and just start walking up towards them.
I think what Sherion's gonna do, if he sees that they're gonna start coming towards him, I guess I'll turn and start leaving. Here's something that so pass without a trace. I can't be tracked except by magical means, and creatures who receive this bonus leave behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. Would that help me?
No, that would help you if they were trying to like follow your tracks, but they can straight up see you at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn a corner and leave. I think, like, realizing that, like, oh well.
Oh well, they're right on you. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You can't
walking
just-
up as well, so.
You can't just like shake it off at this point in time. This is either going to be an engagement or a chase.
Oh, I'll turn it into a chase.
Okay.
Oh, you're just gonna leave me there?
Following me? I didn't know
So,
you were
yeah.
following me. You followed me of your own.
So yeah,
volition.
Durian.
True, yeah.
You tuck around a corner from some of these like pressed together houses in the burrows.
Does Durian see me at all?
Durian, make a perception check.
Can he smell Keenan?
Natural
Can
20
he smell me?
or 29.
You see Keenan, but with a natural 20, I'll say you also do see that this group doesn't see Keenan. Like, they haven't noticed him.
Yeah, Durian's not going to draw attention to Keenan, and I think he knows he can get away. So he's going to leave
So,
and go. in
You
a direction-
slip around a corner, and they come around the corner after you, and in a few smooth steps, all 5 of them lunge forward and turn into a pack of 5 large black wolves. That's what we're going to do today's session.
Oh no!
I'll be fine, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, you got bonus action, right? You got disengage and dash. You'll be fine.
I'm just going to teleport up onto a roof and run.
Me, on the other hand, I'm fucked.
Why? They don't know who you are.
But I said I was walking towards you. I don't know how close I am. I guess. How
Yeah, you
close
were-
am I, DM?
You were a bit behind. As I said, when you got the
Yeah.
next one, it seems like they are not aware of you. You were not close enough that they were aware of you being related to Durian, the person following them.
but I would see them slipping into. I know Dorian's out here, and I see them slip into an alleyway after turning around.
You see them slip into an alleyway, and then, like, through the next alley, you see 5 large black wolves running down the alley.
Well, I'm not just gonna dip, because I think Dorian's in there. Shit.